everyone, welcome back to a TF Reviews video. Now today we are going to be talking about one Autobot that I really wish we got a little bit more knowledge about and a little bit more screen time with. And that is going to be RC. Now RC, oh wow, I love her design. It is so unique. It's just wow. She has more car parts than her G1 counterpart. It is ridiculous. But her vehicle mode, man, it just looks fantastic. It's just, man, there's some parts of her that I love, but unfortunately there are some parts that I don't. And one of those things, and I really hate to say it, it's gonna have to be her face model. So her face model looks very, well, not really very, it's more like a little off. Especially when they're kind of comparing like her to the G1 comic that version of herself that they do show, which I'm assuming it is of her Cybertronian form. Now, I don't know what it is. It looks very clay-like, if that makes any sense. I don't know why, but it is just her face. It is just very weird. It's a little bit off-putting, just a tad. Even, like, I watched the episode Decoy so many times, and unfortunately, I still can't get used to it. I really hate saying that. I really hate saying that I cannot get used to something, and unfortunately, that is it. It's like Rise of the Beast Optimus's face. I absolutely hate it. It makes the eyes look way too big. Keep the mask on. It's just, oh my god. That's my only gripe. Only gripe. But RC is a very interesting character. I like how they portrayed her. It's actually a new way of portraying her, and I love it. So when she was filling in as substitute teacher for the Terrans, the way that she was teaching was actually genuinely hilarious, but also it gave you general vibes. And I mean military general. So when she was telling them to like dig a trench, fill it, wash the tractor, I think it was like feed the cows or something like that. It gave me very like drill vibes, and I don't know. Like, to me, like, in reality, it doesn't seem like RC, and I knew it didn't seem like her while I was watching. I'm like, why is she telling them to do all this? Like, I get it, chores need to be done, but how does she know that? They didn't tell her. But then she brings it up later. It's like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. But I find it really annoying is, besides Mo, Twitch is the first one to speak up when you can clearly see they all hate doing it. Specifically the trench work, and I totally get the trench work. I totally get it. I honestly envy the Canadian soldiers and American soldiers that had to dig trenches. Not gonna lie, cause those things are frustrating. To one, dig, and two, fill. Like, they had to fill those things once the war was over. Oh man. Like, I envy our soldiers, I really do. But anyway, RC is, I don't know, she's kind of like a little bit like Twitch. Twitch has like this ADHD vibe where RC has like a little bit ADHD, not as bad, but also kind of, I don't know, I guess like age 16 vibes. So what I mean by that is, like, she kind of seems like she's acting like a teenager when she's fucking bigger than Bumblebee. That's ridiculous. But, like, yeah, she acts like a teenager, but she also acts as an adult at the same time. So that kind of confuses me a bit. It doesn't matter, like, what character it is. It just confuses me. Because it's like, okay, how old is RC retrospectively? Like, in human years, how old is she? Is she, like, in her 30s? Because, well, I get it, it's been 30 years since the war, but still. So then, like, she would have been probably late teens, early 20s, roughly. But anyway, um, but she's, like, a go-to character. So, like, when Optimus needed help, and I'm pretty sure everyone feels this way, I'm pretty sure we all wanted RC to go help Optimus and Megatron with the Soundwave issue. But at the same time, I'm kind of happy that she didn't go or even know about it, because it's the way that she was teaching the Terrans. It was hilarious. And especially when she found out why she was babysitting these kids, right? So of course, like, she took him out to the field and all that, and I love that. Like, I love that they finally got a taste of action. It's been too long. And, like, I get it, it's only been a couple episodes, but still, it's been too long. They need to see action, man. But, yeah, it's just, her teaching style is very interesting. And very substitute teacher, not gonna lie. I don't really see her as staying around as a full-time teacher, as she was thinking. So, like, we all know, like, we've all had this. Substitute teachers always kind of act like this fun teacher because this teacher gets to barely see these kids often. Same thing with the kids. They always, like, obey this one teacher because, well, she's nice. Or they are nice and they like to have fun, while their old teacher is only built on rules, which I feel like is very true in this scenario. Which I've actually had the opposite quite a few times, but at the same time, I've had teachers the same way that I just described. But RC is, well, she's just a good character in general. Besides her face. But otherwise, her voice actor did a really good job. Like, I love it. Besides Susan Blue, which still, till this day, does a fantastic RC, I feel that it is time to give other people a chance at RC. Like, Sophia from Cyberverse, she actually played Windblade in Cyberverse, but she did play RC in the War for Cybertron trilogy, and she did a phenomenal job, like, absolutely. And it's people like that deserve to be RC, like, especially the actor that we had for Earthspark. And I really hope that at some point RC does return. I love RC, not one of my favorites, but still really good. I still love her. And I feel like she needs more screen time along with Wheeljack. And I get it, it's just season 1 characters up front, while we get possible season 2 main characters in cameos. So that's what we got. That's just my assumption. That's usually what shows do anyway. They usually have, like, oh, season 1 cast, go! Season 2, go! It's like, they never keep the same characters in the same season, but Earthspark might be a bit different, because I feel like they're not keeping characters in the background, they're actually having them have lines, you know? Like, they're not just sitting there doing nothing, which I feel a lot of the Terrans were doing, but I get it, it's just season 1, we still got another season to go through. But it's really touch and go from there, right? It's really touch and go. So anyway, that was basically my review for RC. It was a little bit short, because again, there really isn't much to say about her because she's only been in one episode. But her fighting style is fantastic. I love how she interacts with the Terrans, even though they are really small compared to her. Like, she's gigantic. I love how they had, like, the sizing there in that one part of Decoy. It was great. But, yeah. I really hope that some of you did enjoy RC, especially this review, and yeah. So you guys have a good rest of your day, and you guys stay cool. See you in the next one.